Hello everyone. In today's physics practical, we are going to learn about moments. We will see how to balance a meter rule using two different masses and understand how turning effect of forces work. Let's get started. You are provided with a meter rule, inextensible string, knife edge, and some masses. Suspend the meter rule horizontally using the knife edge supplied. Adjust the rule carefully until it settles horizontally. So it has settled now, and we are to read and record the point of balance G of the meter rule. We are measuring from this direction, and the point of balance here is 50.5 centimeters. So G is equal to 50.5 centimeters. And we are going to keep the knife edge at the point G throughout the experiment. We are using this diagram as a guide to perform the experiment. We suspend the object Y at the 20 centimeters mark of the rule. So we suspend a mass here at 20 centimeters mark of the meter rule, but we don't know the mass. On the other side of G, we suspend the mass M is equal to 20 grams and adjust its position until the meter rule settles horizontally. So we have a mass Y here whose mass is unknown, and we have a 20 grams mass here. The meter rule is now balanced, and we are going to read off its position P on the meter rule. So the mass here Y is at the 20 centimeters mark. G is still at the 50.5 centimeters mark, and we want P, the position of M, which is at 88.5 centimeters. So the 20 grams mass is at P, which is 88.5 centimeters. And now we record the distance h between G and P. Now G is at 50.5 centimeters, P is at 88.5 centimeters, and h is going to be the difference between G and P. So h will be P minus G. P is 88.5 centimeters, G is 50.5 centimeters. So the difference will give us 38.0 centimeters. So we have the mass in grams, and the mass here is 20 grams. And we have H here, which is the difference between P and G, and it's 38.0 centimeters. And we are going to repeat the procedure with a mass of 25 grams, 30 grams, 40 grams, and in each case, record the distance h between J and P. So now we change this mass m to 25 grams, but the mass y remains unchanged and still at the 20 centimeters mark on the meter rule. We change this mass to 25 grams and balance it horizontally and determine another h value. Repeat it for 30 grams, 40 grams, and tabulate the results. So we have the tabulation of results here, and we are to determine the value of H inverse for each measurement and tabulate all our readings. So now this is H in centimeters. H inverse will be in per centimeters. So when we take the first value 38.0, 1 divided by 38.0 is 0.026 to 3 decimal places. And 1 divided by 30.5 is 0.033. 1 divided by 25.4 is 0.039. And 1 divided by 19.1 is 0.052. And we are going to plot a graph with m as ordinate, that is the vertical axis, against H inverse as abscissa, that is the horizontal axis. So for the plotted values, we will need the values of m. We have the mass in grams, which is 20, 25, 30, and 40. These are all whole numbers, and they can easily be plotted on the graph. And for the values of H inverse, it's going to be challenging. 0.026, 0.033, these are all decimal values that cannot easily be plotted on the graph. So we are going to change them to standard form. So we have H inverse slash 10 exponent negative 3 per centimeters, meaning we are going to move this decimal point 1, 2, 3 to the right and record 0.026 as 26. So 26 times 10 exponent negative 3 will give us back 0.026. In that case, we will see this value as a whole number and can easily plot it. So for the next value, when we move this decimal point 1, 2, 3 to the right, we will have 33. The next one will be 39. The next one, 52. So we are going to plot these values on the graph. So we draw the vertical and horizontal axis. And we are plotting M on the vertical axis. So we have M slash G. And H inverse on the horizontal axis. So we have H inverse slash 10 exponent negative 3, meaning we have converted it to standard form by moving the decimal point 3 times to the right. And the unit is per centimeters. So we indicate all on the graph. And we choose a scale for the graph. Looking at the values of m, the least value is 20. The highest is 40. So we can choose a scale of 2 centimeters is to 5 grams on m axis, and that will contain the least and the highest values. So we start from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. And on H inverse axis, we choose a scale of 2 centimeters is to 10 times 10 exponent negative 3 per centimeters. So we start from 0. We keep on adding 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. On the vertical axis, each big box is equal to 5. And each big box has 10 divisions. 5 divided by 10 is 0.5. So it means that each small box on the vertical axis is going to be 0.5, meaning each two small boxes on the vertical axis is equal to 1. And on the horizontal axis, each big box is equal to 10, and each box has 10 divisions, so 10 divided by 10 is equal to 1, meaning each small box on the horizontal axis is going to be 1. So we start plotting. For the first value, we have 20 grams on the vertical axis. This is 20. And 26 per centimeters on the horizontal axis. This is 20. One box is equal to 1. So we count 6 more boxes and they are going to meet here. For the next point, we have 25 on the M axis. This is 25. 33 on H inverse axis. This is 30. We count 3 more boxes and they are meeting here. The next point, we have 30 on M axis. This is 30. 39 on H inverse axis. This is 30 on H inverse axis. We count 9 more boxes and we have the points meeting here. The next one, we have 40 on M axis. This is 40. 52 on H inverse axis. This is 50. We count 2 more small boxes and they are going to meet here. So we draw the line of best fit. Determine the slope S of the graph. So let's draw these horizontal and vertical lines meeting the line of best fit and forming a triangle with it. There is no specific spot to draw these lines, but make sure the triangle is as big as possible. We name here A, here B, and here C. The slope is going to be change in the vertical axis BC divided by change in the horizontal AB. For change in BC, we have C minus B. The point of intersection C here meets here, and we have 50 here. 2 boxes is equal to 1. So 52, 53. We have 53 here. Minus 15 over here. And the unit is grams on the vertical axis. For changing AB, we have B minus A. B is 70 minus A is 20. Remember, times 10 exponent negative 3 on H inverse axis, and the unit is per centimeters. And here 53 minus 15 is 38, the unit is grams. 70 minus 20 is 50 times 10 exponent negative 3 unit per centimeter. And 50 times 10 exponent negative 3 is 0.05. And now 38 divided by 0.05 is 760. We have grams at the numerator, per centimeters at the denominator. The reciprocal of per centimeters is centimeters. So the unit is gram centimeters.